Hi there. These are the most important medical records that we as birth injury lawyers look at in order to prove a brain damaged baby case. The first and foremost most important record is the fetal heart rate strip. This is a monitoring strip that monitors and measures the uterine contractions as well as the fetal heart tones. This tells us exactly when the baby was in distress, meaning not getting enough oxygen. That's the cause of the injury, the mechanism, if you will. The second thing that we look at are the nurse's notes. We have to see if the nurses were actually notating what the fetal heart rate monitor strip was showing. If the nurses weren't actually aware of late decelerations, minimal variability, signs on the strip that show a baby is in distress, then we know that nurses weren't paying attention. And those are important notes to prove liability. The same can be said about medical doctor notes and orders. If the doctor was not notating exactly what was happening, or at least getting a phone call from the nurses, then we know that failure to monitor might be a cause of action that we want to bring. One of the last records that we look at are what's called cord blood gases and APGAR scores. Cord blood gases are blood draw results that are taken from the baby. The baby's blood levels have a pH, very similar to acid and base that we learned in science class. And what we will see is a very low pH or acidic type of blood will indicate to us that oxygen was being deprived during the baby's labor and delivery. That gives us a very good sense of the timing of the injury itself. APGAR scores are a scoring sheet that is given to a baby right after birth. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 10 minutes are the typical APGAR scores. That will allow us to know exactly how the baby's medical condition and how the baby was actually looking at the time. So for example, was the baby crying? What was the baby's skin color? So on and so forth. That tells us a lot about the timing of the actual baby's oxygen deprivation. If you or a loved one has a baby that suffered from brain damage and you want to win your birth injury lawsuit, there are very specific records that your lawyer needs to be looking at. These are the records that we discussed today. Nurses' notes, doctors' notes, APGAR scores, cord blood gases, and most importantly, the fetal heart rate strip. If you want to discuss any of these records on your case, I'm happy to chat with you free of charge. You can email us, call us, or text us, and we'll schedule a call.